Sup guys, so I want to make this video for a while. This is just talking about what I think makes a good event and the things I think some events, mainly at regional and local levels, that could be improved on to make them better. So it's kind of just a list of things going down. First one is space. This one's simple enough. You know, if I feel like I'm in a closet in your venue, there's not enough space. If I have to brush up against everyone to get anywhere, not enough space. If I'm standing outside because I can't get inside, not enough space. You know, obviously it's not easy to control. That's something to consider with venues. Maybe you have to have less people with a cap. Maybe you have to organize things in the venue better. Whatever it is, maybe you just need a venue sometimes. But yeah, space is a big one. Second thing goes along with this, quality of the venue. Hygiene. You know, is the bathroom dirty? Is not enough supplies in there? You know, does it look run down? You know, are the outlets not working? You know, is power going out? Does it smell? Is it not good ventilation? These are all things I've taken into consideration because you want the atmosphere of the venue to feel nice. And obviously it's not that easy with all these people, and obviously there's not a lot of staff a lot of times at these events. But yeah, no, venue quality is a huge deal, and that's going to be what honestly makes a lot of people want to not go back to an event if it's like really bad and they haven't been to many events. Third thing, setups. Obviously this one's not easy to control, but you need setups. You need a lot of them. I feel like a good rule of thumb is for every like 5 people having one setup is pretty good. You know, obviously the higher ratio, the better. If you can have like one setup every 2 people, that means anyone can play whenever they want. That's broken. That's not realistic though. But you know, if you have an event and it's like 200 people and there's like one setup for every 10 people, that is not enough at all. That means, assuming everyone's playing doubles even, that means for every 10 people, 6 of them have to sit down and not play. You know? I know it's hard to get setups. You have to obviously have a lot of setups, like the venue owner. As a venue owner, you want to own a lot of setups so you can just bring them to the event if possible. You want to make people bring setups as well, so you give like venue discounts, whatever you can to incite people bring setups, because the more the merrier. And yeah. Next thing, schedule. And this one's going to be a little bit like opinionated, but I personally don't like when events kind of like separate like things like singles and doubles into 2 or 3 sections. Like if I'm doing doubles, I want all doubles to be done in like a block of like 2, 3, 4 hours, whatever it is, depending on the size. I don't want to do like most of doubles and then wait like 3 hours for the next part of doubles. Same with singles, especially for singles. I hate when I go to an event, especially for like 2-day events where it's like they have singles, like whatever pools, and then they finish the pool, but then 6 hours later you have to play the end of your pool, like the first round of 48 or whatever, but you don't actually finish singles. Like, I'd rather they just do the singles pools and then maybe like a couple hours later give you a little bit of a break, finish up your part of singles, and that's it. Done. And if they can't do that, they just move it on to the next day, have like top 48, top 24, whatever, on that last day of the event. Obviously for one-day events, this doesn't really matter as much, because if you're doing a one-day event, you're probably just doing it in one continuous block and that's it. One thing I do like when events do is when they have like a small like lunch period, like say an hour between singles and doubles, or between pools and top 24, whatever it is, where everyone could just go and play friendlies if they want, get food if they want, but basically everything just stops for the hour for everyone to chill and relax, because having like a 10-hour event with no breaks, even like an 8-hour event with no breaks, is like a bit too much. I guess the follow-up to this is the location of the event is huge. For me, more specifically, it's entirely about getting there, having somewhere like park a car or whatever if I'm driving, and food. So obviously, if I go somewhere and I can't find good parking there, not good. If it's somewhere that's very hard to get to via like public trans or driving or whatever, that's also kind of not good. Which obviously you can't always control here. Similar to like the venue itself, you know, your options aren't like always there. But you know, try to pick a venue that has these things. And obviously having good food at the venue is important. You know, the venue is next to like a lot of food places. That is a huge plus to that venue. And or if that's not an option, a lot of venues will order pizza and sell a pizza there, and that's also a really good option. As long as there's some way to eat food there in like a nice convenient manner that's, you know, affordable, there we go. Plus. Next thing, and this doesn't really affect the quality of the event that much, but obviously it's important, is advertising for the event. You know, one thing that good events do is they bring in new people all the time, and obviously it's Smash 4 and old games, so it's hard to bring in new people. But you know, if you can bring in like 1 or 2 new people at every event, and you know, you're posting on like whatever social media like Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, just to tell people this event's out there, even flyers sometimes work, that's great, because seeing new blood makes an event more exciting. We see these new players to see how good they are, you know, new types of personalities, all that stuff. If I think it makes an event good, it's just the people there, and more specifically the community. Because so a good community is, is people that are very friendly with each other. They talk with each other a lot, like give each other advice when they're playing friendlies and want to see each other improve. Sometimes I see events where people obviously like in their like friend circles hang out outside the event, and that's cool. It makes the event feel livelier and happier because you have a community of people, as opposed to events where sometimes it feels like the people in the community aren't very close knit, like they're not really helping each other get better. They don't really talk with each other much, or there's like some toxicity, and like you can see like obvious like dislike of people between each other, and obviously you can't really control that. But as an individual, if you're going to these events, your impact matters on the event and the mood and everything about it. So try to be there, be positive, and just be friendly with others when you're at the event, because I mentioned all these things to make the event better, and the people going is one of the biggest things. And yeah, that's just my kind of thought vomit on what makes an event good or acceptable, in my opinion, is having all these things. I'm going to make a video at some point about what I think events should do if they want to go beyond that and be like great, amazing, whatever it is to get to that next level. But yeah, peace.